Was this stolen runestone a secret map to the Holy Grail? This is not just history, it's a cover-up.
History, as we know it, may not be the full truth.
During the Middle Ages, powerful religious orders shaped the course of civilization.
One order stood above all others.
The Knights Templar were warriors, bankers, and keepers of forbidden knowledge.
And their secrets terrified kings.
In 1307, the Templars were hunted, tortured, and erased from official history. But not all of them vanished.
Some believe the Templars escaped across the ocean, long before Columbus, and America may hold the proof.
The Knights Templar were founded in the early 12th century to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem, but their mission soon expanded.
Within decades, the Templars became one of the wealthiest and most powerful organizations in Europe. Their influence reached kings.
The Templars pioneered early banking systems, safeguarding wealth across continents. Money meant power.
The order answered only to the Pope.
Before this story begins, take one moment. If you enjoy real mysteries, true stories, and deep documentaries, support this channel. Subscribe, like the video.
As their power grew, so did fear among Europe's rulers. A clash was inevitable.
On Friday, October 13th, 1307, the Knights Templar were suddenly arrested across Europe.
It was a coordinated purge.
They were accused of heresy, blasphemy, and secret rituals, charges many believe were fabricated.
Confessions were forced.
Many Templars were tortured and executed, silencing those who refused to renounce their order. The order was declared destroyed. When royal forces reached the Templar port, their entire fleet had vanished. No records explained where they went. Some believe the Templars escaped Europe, carrying their secrets to distant lands, perhaps to a new world. Contrary to popular belief, medieval sailors possessed advanced navigation skills and ocean-worthy ships.
After weeks at sea, a distant shoreline may have marked their arrival in a new land.
The Templars controlled a powerful fleet capable of long-distance ocean travel. They were masters of logistics.
In the vast wilderness, the Templars may have searched for refuge and purpose.
A land of secrecy and safety.
To claim and remember these places, symbols may have been carved into stone, messages meant for the future. Centuries later, carved stones began emerging across North America. Their origins raised questions. The Kensington runestone remains the most debated of all such discoveries. Authentic or a hoax?
The inscription described a European expedition dated to the 14th century.
A timeline that challenges history.
Some markings appear deliberate, added after the original inscription.
Possibly a coded message.
The evidence you've presented is circumstantial at best, relying heavily on assumptions.
That is incorrect.
The peer review process.
Among these markings, one symbol stands apart. A strange form.
This symbol has been found on only a handful of stones worldwide, too rare to be random.
Each version shows consistent form, suggesting a shared origin, a deliberate design.
If authentic, the hooked X could rewrite parts of history, and that makes it dangerous.
Supporters argue the X represents the union of opposing forces, male and female, a symbol of balance.
The added hook is believed to represent a child born from that union.
Such dualistic symbolism appears across ancient spiritual traditions. The idea was not new.
This interpretation directly challenges traditional church teachings.
And that made it dangerous.
Symbols allowed forbidden ideas to survive, hidden in plain sight. A message for those who knew how to read it. For centuries, the Holy Grail has been believed to be a sacred cup. But some disagree. An alternative theory claims the Grail represents a sacred bloodline, a living legacy. Supporters suggest Jesus and Mary Magdalene were married and had children. A controversial idea.
Such a belief would have threatened the foundation of church authority.
It could not be allowed.
The Grail may have been knowledge, carefully protected across generations, hidden but not lost.
Supporters believe the Knights Templar were chosen as guardians of the Grail's secret, a duty bound by oath.
Knowledge was shared only through secret initiations and sworn silence.
Trust was everything.
Instead of words, symbols were used to communicate hidden meanings, messages without language.
Sacred knowledge was hidden in remote locations far from authority, places few would find.
Through secrecy, the Grail story endured long after the Templars fell. After the fall of the Templars, Freemasonry began to rise across Europe.
A new order emerged.
Many symbols used by Freemasons closely resemble those of the Knights Templar. A line of inheritance?
Initiation rites preserved ancient knowledge through symbolic ceremony.
Meaning beyond words.
Some believe Freemasons became the new guardians of forbidden knowledge, secrets protected by tradition.
Through Freemasonry, Templar ideas may have survived into the modern age. A legacy still debated. One of the most mysterious documents ever found is known as the Copiel cipher. Its meaning was hidden for centuries. For nearly 300 years, the cipher resisted every attempt to decode it, until modern science intervened. The decoded text revealed a secret society manual detailing rituals and beliefs, knowledge meant only for insiders.
Among the symbols was a familiar mark, the hooked X.
The connection deepened.
Some secret orders broke tradition by allowing women into their ranks. A radical move for the time.
Progress demands that we challenge the status quo, regardless of how uncomfortable it makes you.
Order and tradition are what sustain us.
They believed knowledge itself was a form of liberation and worth protecting.
To authorities, these ideas were seen as dangerous and destabilizing. Control was at stake.
Despite suppression, these radical ideas endured, carried forward in secrecy.
In 1980, a burial tomb was uncovered in Jerusalem's Talpiot district. What lay inside stunned researchers.
Several bone boxes bore names associated with Jesus' family. An extraordinary coincidence.
The probability of these specific names converging is statistically negligible.
But look at the distribution here, the Monte Carlo simulations.
Limited DNA tests suggested some individuals were not biologically related. Questions only multiplied.
Researchers claim a hooked X-like symbol appears inside the Talpiot tomb. Its presence raises questions.
The symbol does not appear to be part of any written name or text. It stands alone.
Some suggest this may be the earliest known form of the hooked X, predating the Templars.
The meaning may have been preserved through secret oral tradition, passed hand to hand.
Centuries later, the same symbol appears carved into stones across continents. The trail continues.
In the 12th century, the Knights Templar were stationed in Jerusalem.
At the heart of ancient power.
Historical accounts suggest the Templars excavated beneath Solomon's temple, searching for something lost.
Legends claim they uncovered sacred relics tied to biblical history, possibly the Grail itself.
What they found may have included both treasure and forbidden knowledge, more dangerous than gold.
These discoveries may have been carried out of Jerusalem in secret.
Beginning a hidden journey.
Supporters believe the Templars reached the shores of North America long before Columbus, a hidden arrival. They may have traveled deep inland, seeking secure and remote locations, far from watchful eyes.
Runestones may have served as symbolic land claims, marks of presence.
These markers may have guided only those who understood their meaning, hidden directions. Centuries later, these stones remain, silent witnesses to a hidden past, waiting to be understood. Off the coast of Rhode Island, a massive carved stone once sat beneath the tides, almost forgotten.
At low tide, the stone revealed carved markings, unlike natural erosion.
Clearly intentional.
Among the carvings was the unmistakable hooked X symbol. The pattern repeated.
The epigraphy clearly dates this to the early Minoan period. But the patina suggests a much later forgery.
Researchers called for preservation and further study.
Time's running out.
When investigators returned, the massive stone had vanished. Something was very wrong.
No one expected a multi-ton boulder to simply disappear.
This was no accident.
Marks in the ground suggested the stone was deliberately removed.
By force and planning.
An investigation began.
Who took the stone and why? The mystery deepened.
The question remains, why would anyone remove such a massive artifact? The answer may lie in fear.
Some believe the stone threatened accepted versions of history.
Narratives under pressure. Removing physical evidence can silence debate before it begins. Truth buried quietly.
Some argue authorities feared public reaction to such discoveries.
Uncomfortable truths.
The Kensington Runestone remains one of the most controversial artifacts in American archaeology, a stone that refuses to stay silent.
Microscopic analysis revealed deliberate punch marks added after the carving, not accidental damage. Critics argue the marks could be coincidental or misinterpreted. The debate continues. If intentional, the Grail Code could point to something far greater. A trail still unfolding. New technology allowed researchers to examine the stone at microscopic levels, beyond the naked eye.
Distinct tool marks suggested intentional human craftsmanship, not natural erosion. Microscopic depth revealed the order in which markings were added, a deliberate process.
The correlation on screen 3 clearly disproves your hypothesis, James.
Nonsense. Look at the error margins. The data is inconclusive at best.
Regardless of opinion, the evidence was now documented, preserved for the future.
Many scholars rejected the interpretations outright.
Standards were defended.
Critics demanded clear provenance and uninterrupted historical records. Proof above theory.
Some labeled the claims as pseudoscience or speculative history, dismissed without debate.
Endorsing such ideas carried professional and institutional risk.
Careers were at stake.
The debate revealed where the boundaries of academic acceptance lie, for now.
Public curiosity continued to grow. Questions spread rapidly.
For too long, the history books focused only on one perspective. Our research challenges that, bringing new voices to the forefront.
Television brought these theories to a global audience. The story spread.
Social media amplified interest beyond traditional gatekeepers. Debate went viral.
The implications of this new technology will fundamentally alter how we approach sustainable energy solutions in the coming decade.
Artifacts left unprotected are vulnerable to damage, theft, and loss. Time is unforgiving.
When evidence disappears, entire chapters of history may be lost, gone forever.
We must consider the long-term impact these zoning changes will have on the community.
I understand your concerns, but the
The vanished stone became a warning about neglect and delay. History must be guarded.
Despite years of research, many questions remain unanswered. Some mysteries endure.
Each artifact represents only a fragment of a much larger story. Pieces still missing.
Future investigations may uncover evidence still hidden.
The search continues.
New discoveries have the power to reshape our understanding of the past. Nothing is fixed.
Whether myth or hidden truth, the mystery invites us to keep asking questions.
The mystery lives on.